Good morning everyone. So today we have to discuss the next part from our syllabus from chapter number 4, sorting materials into group. Before we discussing this, what we discussed, what we learned, we have to discuss here. Okay, we just repeat it. We discussed what is the matter, what is the mass and volume. Is that clear? States of matter, solid, liquid, gases, their differences, their characteristics. Okay, how do we identify them, how you differentiate them. So first character, their hardness, roughness, take lustrous quality, texturous quality, like this. So now today we have to discuss the next most important character to identify the things, that is solubility. What is the solubility? See, when we have to discuss solubility, we have to do some small experiments. So take a 1 glass of water, okay? Add some amount of salt on it. Keep it for a while, otherwise stir it. And then carefully observe that. What do you observe? We observe that salt is completely dissolved on it. We cannot separate which one is water and which one is salt. Is that clear to you? This is the one example. Another example. You should take some amount of water. Add some amount of sugar on it. Stir it well. Otherwise keep it for a while. And then observe what happened. You observe that after some time that sugar completely dissolve in the water and we cannot separate which one is sugar and which one is the water. Is that clear to you? So what happens when it comes contact with water? It's dissolved. Dissolved means they completely mix on it and we cannot separate which one is water, which one is salt, which one is water, which one is sugar, and this quality of that matter, this quality of that particular material is called the solubility. What we call? It is called the solubility, and that particular substance which dissolve in water after mixing, they are called as soluble. They are soluble. And some materials which cannot dissolve in water. One example, you should take some amount of water, add some chalk powder on it, stir it well, otherwise keep it for a while, and then observe what happened. This chalk powder cannot dissolve in water. They float on it, otherwise they settle at the bottom. Is that clear? So what it concludes? It concludes chalk powder is not soluble in water, means cannot dissolve in water. So it is called insoluble. What? Insoluble. So see the difference. Which dissolve is mostly in water, that are soluble, which are not dissolved in water, that are insoluble. In surrounds us in the environment, many things are there. So by using this character, we can easily identify. Yes, this is soluble, this is not soluble. Means insoluble, this is soluble, this is not soluble, like this. Is that clear? This is regarding the only solids. Actually, soluble means what? If after stirring, after repeated stirring, they completely dissolve. If something is dissolved, means what happens? See, one example I will show you. We have one glass of water. Okay, means here which molecules? Water molecules are there. Okay. Salt means solid is there. These salt molecules are added on it. What happens? See, this is the water molecules, and in between which molecules are comes? Situated here, salt molecules. So they fulfill the gap, they overlap this, so it looks like the same one, and this is nothing but the solubility. That's why we cannot identify by your naked eyes which one is salt and which one is water. Is that clear to you everyone? Same for sugar also. Clear? Any doubt? They fulfill this gap because of the small size. Is it clear? Okay. So this is regarding only solids, soluble and insoluble. Second most important things regarding liquids, that are the two most important definitions for 1 mark: miscible and immiscible. Miscible liquids. water, add some edible oil on it. Edible oil means which we use in our home. Add on it. Stir it well. Otherwise keep it for a 5 minutes. What happened? What you would noticed? It dissolved in water? No. We can easily separate that oil and that water in by your naked eyes. Means oil is float on that particular water and inside of that water is present, upper side liquid is present. Is that clear? So can I say oil is soluble in water? No, because we can identify them, we separate them, we do not mix properly, they do not mix completely. So the liquid which do not mix properly in another liquid, it's called as immiscible. It's called a immiscible. Immiscible. And the example is oil in water. And miscible means opposite, which completely dissolve in another liquid, which completely mix to the another liquid, that are called miscible liquids. Can you tell me the one example? Many examples around us. Okay, I will tell you the one regular example which we already always use in your home. You just take a one small amount, one glass or one cup of water, add some liquid. Which liquid? Milk on it. Stir it well. After some time you can observe that we cannot separate it which one is water and which one is milk. It's all looking like milk. Am I right? So what it gets? What it indicates? It indicates two liquids. Which two liquids? Water and milk are completely mixed together. Means milk and liquid are which? Miscible liquids too for each other. Means they completely mix in. So we cannot separate which one is milk and which one is water. So that are called miscible liquids. Is it clear? Solid over, liquid over. Now come to the next part. Gases, most important for give scientific reason. Always question for the exam regarding this. See, gases are also soluble in liquid. How is it? One of the very famous example, aquatic life. Aquatic life means many organisms, many plants are present in lower side of the water, underwater we can say that. So for, as you know that each and every organism, each and every plant needed oxygen for their breathing. So how we get the oxygen? We are getting oxygen from air. But how they are surviving? How they are getting oxygen? Yes, they are getting oxygen, but in which condition? Dissolved condition. Means soluble condition. Means this oxygen which is present in the air is dissolved in water, and that's why they are getting that particular dissolved oxygen from water and they can breathe. Understood? Why the aquatic life means animals, organisms and plants, why they don't have the lack of oxygen? Because from air that particular water absorb oxygen, it is in, means it can dissolve condition. Oxygen present in water, but in which condition? Dissolve condition, and that aquatic life absorb oxygen in from that particular water. Is that clear to you? Same for carbon dioxide, because for the photosynthesis process plants needed carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide from air, it is present in water also, but in which stage? Same dissolved condition, and that carbon dioxide absorbed by the water and they can absorbed by the plant and they can produce their own food. By which process? Photosynthesis. Clear? So how the question for exam like this. Sometimes it will be possible. How plants can get oxygen? How? Underwater, obviously aquatic life. You should write this. Oxygen, it is a gas it dissolves in water, so that dissolved oxygen can absorb by plant for their respiration, and it can breathe, or means they can breathe. Is there any doubt? What is the solubility? What is soluble? Insoluble solid, insoluble liquid, sorry, soluble liquid, immiscible liquid, like this. Is there clear? Any doubt? Okay. Next time we should discuss about the next character, that is transparency. If you have any doubt, you just clear it. Okay? Thank you so much.